Hey soldiers, how's it going out there? This is Josh Jackson, aka Inu Joshua, reporting for duty once again with another unboxing video. This time we got a game that I'm really looking forward to. It's Valkyria Chronicles 4 and the Memoirs from Battle Premium Edition. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Valkyria Chronicles, it was an early PS4 or PS3 game that kind of flew under the radar but became a big cult hit. Now, this is the fourth game. If you're wondering where the third one might have went, unfortunately, we never got it in the United States. It was a Japan exclusive due to low sales, but the game picked up steam over the years. It became a very popular strategy RPG with some real-time elements and some gorgeous hand-drawn-esque graphics that have really made it stand out. So, the second one came out on PSP a few years after the first one, more than a decade ago, I believe, at this point. And yeah, that one just was a huge departure from the first game in the series, so that didn't help matters. But overall, the sales were disappointing, so we never got it. But because of this growing popularity, we did get 4. Now, I'm still crossing my fingers that 3 is going to come out at some point. They have had characters from 3 in crossover games like Project Cross Zone, so it's one of those things where, since the first one did get remastered, if the popularity keeps building, I'm really hoping that we get it. But enough about 2 and 3 and 1, because of course now we have 4, which just released for the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, which is the version that we have right here. Now, with this game, it's taking place in conjunction with the first game. And one of the reasons that I really wanted to get this edition, and if you could see the box here, the box itself almost looks like a little collection of memories from the soldiers that we're going to meet in this new game. But it takes place in conjunction with the first game, so again, one of the reasons that I was really looking forward to getting the game was because it has early access to DLC where you get to fight alongside the characters from the first game and can eventually add them to your party. So first and foremost, of course, we can't talk about the collector's edition without the game itself. We have the Switch box. We have the controller skin that comes with every edition. One of the reasons that I wanted to get it for Nintendo Switch 2 is I think the control skins look really cool on the controller for the Switch. And not to mention that I would never use the controller for the Switch otherwise, the one where you slide the Joy-Cons into the base. But since this gives me that new design for it, I'm much more likely to use it. Especially because on PS4 I have a lot of the the clear controllers that were kind of hard to come by, so I wouldn't cover those up. But aside from that, we have the Japanese voice track DLC code, which unfortunately, because of Switch's limited storage space, the Japanese voice pack is separate and something you have to download separately. But speaking of downloads, here is the add-on code for the previous squad, which I was just talking about. So I've already downloaded that. That was one of the first things I did because I was so excited about it. Inside, it's kind of surprising that the box is so big because there's not a whole lot in it. It's just a lot of cushion and empty space. But once we remove some of the plastic, we have the cool figure that comes with it, which is based off of the primary tank that the characters use in the game. Now, if you've played any of the Valkyria Chronicles games in the past, you know how powerful and important the tanks are for your team. So it was natural that it came with a relatively small figure, but it's a really solid one. Looks like it's driving through the snow, which weather effects are one of the new major features that this game is promising to take advantage of. If you guys can kind of see the detail all around it, it has the little note on the sides that says it will be done, which you could kind of see at the sides here, if you could make that out in the red writing. And then lastly, we've got the 100-page art book, which is designed in the style of the memoirs that the main characters keep throughout the book, or throughout the game. So both characters from part 1 and 4 had the habit of logging all of their adventures into their books, so this is kind of what it's modeled after. I'm not sure about the background too much of the characters in this one, but I know in the first game the main character was somewhat of a journalist who kind of got wrapped into the story, so it looks like we're continuing with that trend. But if you guys wanted to just take a quick peek through some of the pages in it. It's made up of character profiles, concept art, pretty much the kind of stuff that you'd expect from art books like these. But it does have quite a bit of material. Like I said, it's supposed to be 100 pages. And I guess the only thing that I'm slightly disappointed about with the book is that on the designs, it looked like it was going to be an actual, like, I don't know, like cloth-based book, but this one is just like a standard soft cover, which is just designed to look like the leather-bound book. But otherwise, I'm really happy with this one. It wasn't terribly expensive compared to a lot of collector's editions out there. We got the $10 DLC for a few months ahead of time included. Again, we have the tank and we have the book. So that's about it for this set. Like I said, it was a pretty big box, but there's not a whole lot in it. But what we do get, I think, is well worth the money. The tank itself, again, I'm a big figure collector, and the tank itself is cool because it's not going to take up too much space, but at the same time it has so much detail despite its smaller scale. And again, we got the DLC, we got the controller skins, which come with the regular edition as well, and the art book. So that's about all there is to cover at this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's any other collector's editions that are coming out that you guys would like to see an unboxing of, or if there's any other games that you'd like us to cover, please feel free to let us know either in the comments section below or at our Twitter account, which is at Geekscape Games or at geekscape.net. As always, you could find me at Inu Joshua, and until next time, we'll see you guys on the other side. Bye, everybody.